everyone, we're going to find the radius of convergence of the power series given here. We're going to use the ratio test given here and set our limits less than 1 to show convergence. If our limit is greater than 1, that shows divergence. And this ratio test is on my Facebook page because I know it's hard to see on the videos. So let me write it out. So you have the limit as n approaches infinity of the absolute value of a sub n plus 1 divided by a sub n. This is your a sub n. Now, let's substitute in everything and first do a sub n. Now, I only need the absolute value on the x part. So that's going to be easy. So let's just write this as we have an n. So that's going to be n plus 1. And then there's the x. So put the absolute value of x there to the power of n plus 1. Divided by, and looking at our denominator, we're going to have 4 to the power of n plus 1 times n plus 1 squared plus 1. All right. Now, we're dividing by a sub n, which is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So that's going to be times 4 to the power of n times n squared plus 1 divided by n, and then go ahead and put the absolute value on your x to the power of n. Now, I want to pull everything out that doesn't have an n in it. So anything without an n, because we're only taking the limit of n. So let's pull this out. So looking at this is like saying absolute value of x times absolute value of x to the nth power to the first power divided by this one, which is absolute value of x to the nth power. So those will cancel out and you just have x. And then for the 4s, it's the same thing. Let's look at our 4s right here. 4 to the power of n. So this is 4 to the power of n. And this one is like saying 4 times 4 to the power of n. And so these will cancel out. So this is going to be divided by 4. And again, that's absolute value of x. Now we have n's left. So let's look at the limit as n approaches infinity. And we're taking n plus 1 times n squared plus 1. Denominator is going to be n times, and this is going to be, this part here is going to be n squared plus 2n plus 2. All right, now once you have that, let's go ahead and simplify this further. Absolute value of 4, taking the limit as n approaches infinity. We need to know what we have here. So simplifying that, we get, or condensing it, n cubed plus n squared plus n plus 1. Denominator is just going to be n cubed plus 2n squared plus 2n. Now, as this number gets larger and larger, and our degrees are the same, and if this gets larger and larger, you just divide n cubed divided by n cubed. That gives you 1. So this just equals 1. So our answer is going to be 1 times absolute value of x divided by 4. Now, for it to be convergent, that has to be less than 1. That means absolute value of x is less than 4. To be divergent, its absolute value of x of 4 is greater than 1. Therefore, absolute value of x is greater than 4 when you cross multiply. Therefore, your radius of convergence is 4. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.